Okay, so we've gone over the concepts of ethnocentrism, which is using your own culture as a judge to evaluate other cultures. We've gone over the concept of cultural relativism, which is a way to avoid cultural smugness. It's kind of a value-free approach of evaluating other cultures. It's trying to appreciate other ways of life, other cultural norms without seeing them as inferior or superior to your own. So what we're doing in this discussion board is we're looking at a kind of a middle approach. The anthropologist Robert Egerton is suggesting that all societies are sick, but some are sicker than others. So he's making the point that if one society has some cultural practices that are more exploitive or oppressive than other cultures, that those cultures can be evaluated on a scale of levels of exploitation, I guess. So for example, all things being equal, if one culture practiced slavery and another culture did not practice slavery, are they just simply different cultural practices? They cannot be judged as inferior or superior, And so some of these questions are going to get a little kind of tricky because we're kind of looking at sociological relativism, but we're also looking at the issues of ethical relativism. And so what I want you to do is kind of read through the material in this section very carefully, and then I want you to read Hosper's article at the bottom of the page where he's looking at this kind of ethical relativism versus sociological relativism. Once you've read all through this material, I want you to think about this question of whether or not you agree with Robert Egerton when he suggests that some beliefs and behaviors serve human needs and social requisites better than others. Do you believe that we can evaluate on a quality of life scale, comparing and contrasting these issues among cultures? Or if we did do this, would that be ethnocentric? Because we still can't really get outside our own culture. So on this discussion board, I want you to explore in detail these questions, including the material found in the Hosper's article at the bottom of the page. And again, remember, you need to respond to at least 2 others, and hopefully more than that, because this discussion board, probably more so than others, there's going to be a lot of back and forth and kind of because there's really no real right answer to this, but I want you to really think about this and kind of get into a discussion with others.